discuss the rock throwing investigation with you all.
Could you just spell your name for the record if you don't mind? Please?
Sure. Kurtis. Last name is Krause. So let me outline what I can tell you so far about the investigation. To date, we've had approximately 41 incidents that have occurred. Those incidents date back about a year and a half to June 1st of 2014. Of those incidents, we've had injuries in approximately 5 of those cases. 2 of those injuries have been critical injuries, head injuries. So this is a situation that the police department takes very seriously, and I want to assure you that we are doing everything we can to investigate these incidents. All available resources are being applied to the investigation. We have the same concerns that many of you in this room have. Our loved ones travel the roadway as well as our officers, so it is something that we take very seriously. And while I can't discuss the specific tactics that are being employed in the investigation, I can say again that all possible resources are being considered, whether it be technological, manpower, or otherwise. It's a priority to us because while there have been injuries, there have not been any deaths, and we don't want any deaths obviously to occur. So we are asking the public, anyone that has information, please call. The public's assistance in this is going to be absolutely invaluable. And again, we are doing everything that we can to try to identify and arrest this suspect and or suspects. And I can take some questions now if anybody has any. Yes, ma'am?
So I don't mean to be tough here, but we hear this every time another couple of cases happen. You guys get up here and you say that you're concerned and you're taking it seriously and you're doing everything you can. Well, now we're hearing from community members who are planning to stage a protest tomorrow, including victims of some of these instances. They say they want more specifics about what you're doing, and they're frustrated that this is not stopping. How do you respond to that?
Well, I would say that I can understand the frustration. We're frustrated as well. We've been trying to catch a suspect for quite a while, as you can imagine. Again, it's a top priority to us. Unfortunately, in these types of investigations, we have to balance disclosing the investigative tactics that we're utilizing, weighing that against how it might compromise the investigation. And so while we would like to share that information, we have to consider the success of the investigation itself. So sometimes we have to keep that information to ourselves until we're able to get the suspect.
Did police see anyone throwing rocks today?
We don't have any eyewitnesses of the suspects throwing rocks at this time.
I spoke with a man earlier today who said he actually called 911 on Wednesday. He saw a man standing on I-35 right there at Manor throwing rocks. Have y'all looked into that by any chance?
I don't have that information. I would hope that he has called in and that information has been conveyed to the investigator. If you have that information, I would like to get it from you so that we can make sure that it becomes part of the investigation.
Anything to believe that possibly this is gang-related, some kind of initiation?
You know, we haven't ruled out any possibilities. With the number of cases that we've had, we cannot say that it is one suspect or multiple suspects. So we haven't ruled anything out with regard to that.
Commander, is it true you're placing officers on 35 waiting for these incidents to happen at some point?
But again, I can't discuss the specific methods that we have employed. I can tell you that in the past we've utilized resources, manpower in that capacity. But going forward, that would be something that we would consider.
Is it true you think he maybe is throwing rocks as he's driving and not throwing them standing?
I can't really speak to that. That again is specific information related to the investigation.
You talked about technology earlier. Does that mean there are cameras, Halo cameras in that area? Are y'all able to get funding or anything like that to put them up?
Well, again, I can't discuss the specific methods that we're going to employ. I can say that there are cameras in the area, and we have utilized or attempted to utilize those cameras. So far, they have not produced any leads for us. I cannot really confirm where the location of the cameras or that type of thing.
Do you guys have, we've seen some of these rocks have been pretty big. Is there any indication of where the source is coming from? I mean, is the person bringing them with them and throwing them over? Or somebody said suggested they may be getting them from the behind the Bank of America building. Any idea where they're getting them from?
I can't really discuss where the rocks may or may not be coming from. I do know that the rocks have changed. You know, there's no specific type of rock that is being used. The sizes vary, and the type and composition of the rock has varied as well. But that is something that we have considered and something that we've looked at.
We'll take one more question.
How much more effort have you guys put into this investigation, would you say, as of late, with the amount going so high?
Part of the challenge of this investigation is that the incidents are very sporadic. So it's very difficult to pinpoint when they're going to happen. So what the tendency has been is that they've been clustered together, or sometimes they'll go a great deal of time without having one. But we do try to predict as much as we can when they're going to happen. For instance, with the recent rock throwing cases, we're going to look at it and see how that fits into our general timeline of things, and then that would dictate how we might apply our resources.
Thank you, Commander.
Thanks, Commander.
Thank you.
Hey, Anna.